guys, welcome back to Popping the Popcorn. I'm your host Katie, and today I'm on here with Joe. How you doing, Joe?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's going on? How was your day?
It was good. Went to the beach. Had a good day. Can't complain.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you had a great day. Joe's also the lead singer of Dreaming Insomniacs, and he also loves movies. So we'll be talking to him about all kinds of different things.
Wonderful. Looking forward to it.
So let's see. Hey, 80s made consumer, how are you? What's going
Hi.
on? Hey, Echo. Happy
Oh,
Sunday, everyone. I'm just relaxing tonight and watching X-Men from 2000. Nice, that's a
cool.
good one.
Yeah.
Hey, Echo.
Hi, cool.
So thank you for coming on, Joe. I really appreciate it.
No issue. I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here. Um, so so what made you start making music?
Funnily enough, I wanted to make movies, and music was the cheaper option. So, when I was about 16, 17, I started writing a lot of these acoustic folk punk songs. And my uncle, who just passed away a couple months ago, actually, rest in peace, Bill, he taught me how to write songs and articulate words and all that good stuff. So, I really had a nice basis when I decided to actually start. But it's been throughout my life because my dad's a musician and he's a musician. So, they've been trying to get me to do it for years. It was just a matter of finally actually doing it.
That's awesome. And then you started the band, or did you get a group of people to start the band?
So what happened with the band was after I'd been playing for a solid couple of years, I had essentially recruited these people that I had felt were the best options to fit for a group. We didn't have a name yet. We were just like I guess a Green Day cover band at first, and then eventually it just formed into its own thing. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Hi, Patrick. Welcome. That's awesome.
Hey.
And so, what's your favorite song that you wrote?
I don't know. Honestly, I have a lot of favorites. Everyone else's favorite seems to be the Puppeteer. People sing along a lot live on that one, like in audiences and stuff. But for me, it's got to be the Higher Ground because it's like a song that it's like energetically reversing like an energetic attack that one would have on themselves. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay, nice. Hey,
Yeah.
TJ. Where can people find your album or anything?
Right now, you can find them on Bandcamp, thedreamingInsomniacs.bandcamp.com. They're also all on YouTube as well. We have a whole playlist that says discography on our the Dreaming Insomniacs official YouTube channel. So you can find all our stuff there as well. We'll be publicly releasing all of our albums on the channel as of the next 5 months, I believe.
Oh, nice. Hey, Tiffany. That's good. I like a couple of songs that you wrote and a couple of songs that you guys have played. They have really nice, catchy tunes as well.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for
You're welcome.
listening.
You're welcome. Well, I know you sent us a couple of like demo songs like a month ago or so, something like that. And that song was really good.
When I was improving the acoustic
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, I remember that. I didn't end up putting that one up, so you were one of the few people who actually heard it.
Oh, nice. That was
Yeah,
that was a pretty good one. And
maybe I
you
will.
guys, what was that, Joe?
Maybe I will put it up.
It was a good one. You
Yeah.
you should be proud of it.
Hold on, just 1 second. I'm being beckoned. Can I just
Okay,
one?
yeah.
Sorry.
If you guys have any questions for Joe, let me know in the chat. I hope everybody's having a great Friday. Friday. Wow, I'm so tired. Sorry, guys. Sunday. So what did everybody get up to today?
All right, sorry guys, I'm back.
It's all good. No worries. It happens. Um, so I know you also really like film as well.
Yep.
So what is your favorite movie? Do you have a favorite movie?
Um, I don't know. I kind of flip back and forth on the reg for that one, but up there is definitely the original Scream, obviously. Um,
Hmm.
as for like action, maybe Point Break.
That's a good one.
Or a little bit of a different choice, directed by a
Hmm.
female. Also love that. Great action movie, very macho. Never would have
Yeah.
thought that was made by a woman unless you actually look into it. So I thought that was really cool.
Right.
And for comedy, I don't know. That one's hard because there's a lot of funny ones, but like one that made me laugh, I've seen it too many times now, is This Is the End. I
Oh
saw
yeah,
that
that's a good
and
one.
I died. It's so funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just don't let Patrick hear you say one of the guys that's in that movie because he doesn't like him.
Oh, because
Um,
he wrote the Halloween movies.
no, he doesn't like one of the actors in there.
Yeah, which one?
He doesn't like Seth Rogen. I don't
Oh,
mention his name in front of him.
oh,
Patrick's
yeah. I don't know. I used to like Seth, but now like after the whole like James Franco controversy, and he's like, well, I'll never work with him again. But
Mm-hmm.
he didn't do anything about it for years. I'm like, all right, buddy, bye.
Right.
Hey, shillin.
Happy birthday, TJ.
Happy birthday, TJ. Hope you make
Oh,
it to
nice. You went to the mall. Nice.
the
And
mall.
Patrick did an interview today. Nice,
Oh,
Patrick.
nice. Hope the interview went well.
Patrick's saying Point Break.
Point Break's amazing, dude.
Yeah, it is.
The whole speech about the metal coffin. Yeah, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Went to
I'm
the
not
mall
gonna.
and had a bookstore. Just go to the bookstore. Okay, nice. I love reading books. Seth Rogen's the devil.
Yeah.
You're welcome,
I'm
TJ.
trying to be careful about what I say because I don't want to be called an anti-Semite, Even though I have friends who are from Israel and they're the best people, but Seth Rogen's a faker. He's not real.
um. So what was like one of your favorite venues that you ever played at?
That's actually a really good question because I've played a decent amount, but my favorite one has to be the Museum of Arts and Sciences in Daytona Beach
Oh,
because
nice.
that was like the coolest thing. It's like I drive by it every day, so it's like I played there.
Right.
That's pretty cool. So yeah, it's got to be.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So when you're not writing or anything like that, what do you do in your free time?
Um, Working,
Right.
playing video games, watching movies, TV.
Aren't we
Talking.
all we all do that, right?
Yeah, the typical stuff. I'm a bit of a homebody now. I used to go out more, so I'm trying to get more exercise. I just got a bicycle, so I'm doing more of that. But we'll see how it
Right.
goes. Yeah.
If you guys have any questions for Joe in the comments, let me know because you guys can ask him questions too. Um, so do you think you're gonna get more? Do you guys think you guys are gonna go into mainstream like music?
No,
No, just
not
low
this time.
stream.
Maybe if I make a different project and like not connect my face or name to it or something. But for this, I've always kind of held myself on the never sell out thing. And don't sign a contract. Don't go with Hollywood on it. Do it yourself. Have I made any money? Fuck no. So maybe
Right.
maybe I should have thought about that beforehand. But you know,
I got called an atheist for talking about John and. Oh wow, Echo.
oh, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Max Landis did some messed up things. So yeah, see, it's just a deflect thing that these people they claim to be a certain group with a certain group so they can get away with their evil things and then like say, oh, you said something against me. Well, you're this. It's pretty bad what we're getting to. So we need to like fight for free speech and everything.
Right. Gotcha.
Like I
Yeah.
said, I have friends from Israel, and this stuff upsets them. It just makes them look bad. It's like
Mhm.
it's sad. It's sad. It's just sad.
Right. Um.
Also, why
So.
I don't subscribe to religion.
Right.
I believe in God, but I don't go to like any denomination or anything.
Right. Gotcha. Uh. I think everybody has a right to believe whatever they want to believe.
I agree. And I think that I don't know. At the end of the day, whatever, as long as people aren't hurting each other or having any intentions of hurting other people, I think everything should be fine.
Right. Exactly. I agree with you. Um. So what's your So what do you so when you write, do you go in a room by yourself and write or do you go like somewhere or what inspires you?
It really depends because sometimes I could just be really pissed off and write something because I'm upset, and it'll be a way to vent what I'm feeling. And other
Mhm.
times it'll be something that just sparks out of nowhere that I have to remember to write down one piece of at one point, and then the other piece of it comes later, and it comes like that. Or it'll just all hit me at once, and I'm sitting there for 30 minutes writing this whole song. And then I'll, write it on guitar, and then I'll program it into a DAW. So then
Mhm.
whatever I did write on guitar was made on something real. So it's not just some like fakely constructed thing. There's a real basis there, and I put real things into it. And I don't
Nice.
I don't use auto tune or anything like that. All the double harmonies you hear in the music, it's all double the work. So I go in there, I record one take, I go in there, I record another take, and I fine tune that until it's pristine. At least for what I'm using for materials.
Gotcha. Yeah. And you guys, if you guys catch Joe on Instagram, you can also hear him singing. He goes live sometimes on Instagram and starts singing and playing guitar as well.
It's rare, but when you catch it, you catch it.
Yeah. Well, you were on live the other day. I popped in there. I was at work, but I popped in there.
Yeah, I did 2 acoustic videos. I was gonna do one, but my dad called me, so I was like, all right, might as well come back and do more.
All right. Hi, Jamie. Welcome.
Hi, Jamie.
Yeah. Um.
I
Yeah. So
might do
it's
another
hard.
one this week. We'll see.
What was that?
I might do another one this week. We'll see.
You should. You should do them more. I'm sure the more you get out, the more people will come join.
Yeah, I got that cover video coming out too, publicly. I
Oh,
sent it to
nice.
someone else. Yeah.
Here,
So people seem to like that one.
let me get your Instagram so that way I can share it out.
It's the_dreaming_insomniacs.
Yep.
I'm that weirdo that pronounced the as the, though. I pronounce the as the. So
That's okay.
when I say
That's how
the
some
dreaming,
people.
the_dreaming_insomniacs, people think I'm saying d_dreaming insomniacs. And then I just have to end up typing it in for them.
That's how it goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe I should have picked of a less complicated band name.
It's all good. Do I play any instruments? I played the piano.
You do? That's awesome. That's a really hard instrument to learn.
But I don't play it much anymore just because I don't have one anymore, but
Sorry.
I used to be at my grandparents' house. So here's where you guys can find Joe on Instagram. And then I think I have your YouTube. I just have to find it. 1 second to find it. So what are you so how long have you been playing guitar?
Well, I technically started when I was 8, but I really didn't pick it up till I was like 17. So I'm coming up on 27, so about 10 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah, not bad. I can't complain. I love it. It's a nice outlet. Keeps me out of trouble.
Right. Oh wow, I didn't realize that on your Instagram on your YouTube you guys have a lot of followers on there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're doing all right. I don't like to brag about it, so I kind of just forget.
Right. Well, that's good though. That's going good though.
Yeah, it could be better. It could be worse. It's still little. It's not like it's not even 10,000. So it's not even
Yeah, but you have
5,000.
3,000. That's pretty good.
Better than nothing. Like I said.
Hey, I'm a small channel compared to what your channel is.
You got 500 subscribers. You're doing all right.
It's a medium channel.
That's hard to do.
What? Medium channel?
What you have right now, it's hard to just earn that in the beginning.
I just don't earn it, but I earn it organically though.
Yeah. My other YouTube channel for the acoustic project, that thing is not grown. It only has 200 subscribers. Gets views, but it just has 200.
Right.
So it's not like both projects are like, one of them
Right.
smaller than the other, which I like. It's nice to have the smaller outlet because it's less pressure on me.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you still talk to your bandmates?
Yeah. I mean, really, it's only 2 of us. It's me and Steven at this point. We've had people come in and feature and join the band and leave the band or whatever. And, I'll post live videos of me playing with people I just met at jams who I ask permission if I can give them name credit if they want to be in the video and they're fine with me posting it, things like that. But yeah, me and Steven talk. We're good. That's about it.
That's awesome.
All the original other members, though, no, not really.
TJ, that's pretty good though. 300.
Yeah, TJ, that's awesome.
That's pretty hard to get to.
I think of it like this: anything that's better than one is good.
Mm-hmm.
If you have 2 people subscribe, you're all set.
Right? Exactly. So did you used to write songs when you were younger too, or just when you got
Yeah.
older?
Well, I always like kind of wanted to. I was always like humming ideas for songs, but I had this idea in my head for a very long time that I would sing in a band and not
Mm-hmm.
play any instruments. And my dad kind of like not forced me into like thinking differently, but like said, "No, that's never gonna work. You gotta play guitar.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be able to play an instrument or something. You can't just sing." And he was actually right, because for me, I didn't realize how off my voice actually was until I started playing guitar and I learned how to sing.
Mm-hmm.
And now I sing from my diaphragm, not from my nostrils anymore. But as for the playing the guitar thing, is it's like the guitar keeps me in key. You know, it helps
Mm-hmm.
me stay in key. I busked before. You're not really supposed to in most places unless you have a permit. But I mean, I've played out in public before, just in like a train station in Boston, and people have just given me money for it, which was cool.
Nice. TJ's asking, what is it?
What is what?
Bus.
A busking is when you play guitar in public and you have like a hat out there, and like people throw dollar bills in there and stuff.
Like people do in New York City,
Mm-hmm.
in Times Square, but you're not technically supposed to do it there, but people do.
You're not supposed to do it. You're not supposed to panhandle at all. It's
Right.
illegal here in Daytona. Everyone does it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's illegal.
Yep. Patrick just said it. It's where you play outside for money and people donate into a hat or
Right.
the guitar case.
Or tip jar, one of the three.
Yep.
Or if you
Exactly.
really want to get fancy, into your hand. Do you care if I hit my vape, or is that like not okay here?
Go
Like,
ahead.
if kids watch it, I don't want them to be like influenced by the do not smoke.
It's okay.
I'm just trying to have a PSA here while looking like a hypocrite.
Go ahead. It's okay. Kids don't normally watch my content
Yeah, that's fair.
because
I also. Oh, sorry. What?
because I was gonna say when you click the video for YouTube, it can ask for kids or not kids.
Yeah, I have my stuff on adults only. It's not meant for children.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
said the F word.
Mm-hmm.
I might have already dropped an F bomb earlier. Sorry about that.
You did it. Oh, it's okay.
I made it.
Don't worry about it. Most people know I don't like the F bomb, but
It's one. PG-13. We're not rated R yet.
It's okay. No worries. I normally because I hang out with the midnight hour people. I'm sure you've been in our chats before, and they're always saying the F word, so it's no big deal.
Oh my god. The other day on Jake's stream, he was throwing them all out there.
Jake always throws them out there.
Every other freaking word, man.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm not complaining. I'm not talking crap about him. I love it.
Right.
I'm surprised they haven't like demonetized him though for the amount that he swears.
I don't think
it's happened to so many other people.
I think it's okay if you say like curse words like while you're on the stream, but in the chat it's not okay. You can get big trouble. You can get big trouble if somebody in your chat starts saying.
And I know that another rule is like you can't drop an F bomb in the first minute of a video. That's another thing. That's not the not censors. But yeah, censors looks out for.
I've never heard of that. I don't know.
I could be wrong, but I've heard.
I don't know how the algorithm works, so I'm not sure.
Do you play video games?
Yeah, I do.
Do you play GTA?
No, I haven't played that in a long time.
It's crazy. They haven't released a new game in 10 years this September.
Oh wow.
It's like time.
It's like maybe soon.
Rockstar Games, get on it already.
I play a lot of Rocket League or Overwatch.
Oh, I like Rocket League. That's isn't that the soccer game with all the vehicles?
Yeah.
That's fun. I like that game.
I like unlocking I have the Jurassic Park car and stuff like that. You can unlock.
That's cool. That reminds me. I love your intro. It's got all the classics.
Thanks. If you drop the F bomb in the first 15 seconds,
I was wrong.
Your video gets demonetized.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know that. Well, I don't curse anyway, so.
It's good.
Or maybe say the HE double hockey sticks sometimes, but that's about it.
Well, if you're talking about the Friday the 13th movies, when you get to part 9, you're gonna have to anyway.
Right. I dropped, and Patrick saying, I dropped the C word on my channel.
That's a bad word, Patrick.
Hey,
Hi,
Denisha.
Denisha. Same time.
But yeah, I don't really curse anyway. That's just not in my nature. But if other people want to do it, then that's fine. But
I'm
I'm just not
respectful
one of
though.
those people.
I
What?
don't want to like overdo it, so I'm being careful about my words.
You're all good. I'm used to hanging, like I said, I'm used to hanging out with the midnight hour people, so they curse all the time. Or I'm used to hanging out with Coriander, and she curses a lot.
Makes sense.
But yeah, and Night like looks at her like, what the heck?
Didn't like Pulp Fiction hold like a record for the most F-bombs dropped in a movie for a long time or something?
I think so. And then TJ's being silly. Are you talking about your cat? Is the
Yes,
word?
that's the word. That's the word.
Yeah, cheetah. That's his cat's name. Well, his cat's name's Paladin, but he's a cheetah.
Makes sense. And what's your
Mhm.
favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Goodfellas
That's a great movie.
of all time. Like that's my favorite movies.
Scorsese knows how to make a film.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, he does. I
I
love
love
Martin
Departed.
Scorsese.
The Departed's my favorite one of his.
Hey Wayne, welcome.
Sydney, Australia. Wow.
He's from Australia. Yep.
Crikey.
Jamie
Wow.
knows. Patrick's saying. I say and language is never an issue on my channel, but to each their own.
Man.
No, I don't care if my guest curses or anything, 80s. But I just don't curse. My guests can curse all they want, but I just don't curse. That's all. It's just not my nature. Goodfellas, then Casino. Yeah, Casino is really good too.
What about
Also,
some love for The
Carlito's Way is
Departed?
really good.
What about The Departed up in here? Come on, guys.
Oh, I like that movie too.
It's like everyone's. If you like everyone in that movie, if you have to like, you have to be able to not like Mark Wahlberg, because if you don't like Mark Wahlberg, you won't like that movie.
Well, I like the part where Mark Wahlberg and Alec Baldwin are in the same like room, and they're like talking about each other's mom and like cursing up a storm and stuff, and it was just so funny them playing off of each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was great.
And then Patrick saying Shutter Island was disappointing. The book was really good.
I don't know.
The book was better than the movie.
I thought it was weird that they picked Michelle Williams to play that character right after Heath Ledger died, though.
Yeah, it was weird.
On the
Killjoy
nose,
Joy Jake swears nonstop. Yeah, he does.
Jake's my buddy, though, so you know, he gets a pass.
How am I funny? I'm a comedian. Do I make you laugh? TJ, stop it.
Tee
TJ is just crazy. He's my friend in real life. I met him at church actually, and the funny thing was he thought I was high, and I don't smoke or anything like that, and so he thought I was high.
Question for TJ is, does he think I'm high?
I don't know.
We shall see.
Yeah, I like Mark Wahlberg too. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
You guys want to hear a story about the Wahlbergs? I got a story.
They have Wahlburgers next to you. I want to go there.
Yeah, speaking of that, so my girlfriend went to Wahlburgers, right? And which her ex-fiance, I guess, is friends with their family or whatever. Like Mark's at their family weddings and stuff. But her dad brought her with her ex, and you know what she thinks is a waiter comes over and he's like, "How's the food?" And she's like, "I don't know, it's a little salty. It's not very good." And he's like, "Well, your taste buds are wrong." And he offers like a full refund. She didn't realize she cussed out Donnie Wahlberg.
Oops.
Like, you haven't seen Saw 3 enough.
Oops.
Or 2.
I prefer Eternal Affairs trilogy to The Departed. Eternal Affairs is still good.
I haven't seen it. I have to check it out.
Oh, I didn't know it was a line from a movie, DJ. I'm sorry. I can't remember every movie. One of my favorite movies though is Napoleon Dynamite. I love that movie with Bill Hader.
Napoleon, give me some of your tots.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I remember when that came out, my sister.
That's one of my guilty pleasures. Hi, I'm high. Are you, TJ?
Hi. I'm high too. It's okay.
But yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. Alec Baldwin plays a mean shadow.
Alec Baldwin shot someone
Mm-hmm.
accidentally.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means,
Well,
but
there might be a trial because of that.
well, I don't know. I think the person who loaded the gun
Hey
should be
Dan.
responsible and
Speaking of Dan, guys, go check out Creators Corner with Dan last night. That was a fun one. Go check that out.
Hi Dan.
It was great having you on, Dan. I appreciate it. My favorite ever movies are Back to the Future, E.T., Die Hard, Hanging with the Homeboys, and indie film most people never heard of. I haven't heard of that one.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys ever see that crappy early Brad Pitt film, Cutting Class?
Mm-mm.
It's really bad. Don't watch it.
You know what was a really bad Brad Pitt film and it had a whole bunch of directors burn after reading?
I heard about that one. Same with World War Z.
You didn't like World War Z?
I like the third act. You know, the whole thing that was reshot.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the hospital, it just feels like a different movie, and it's much better. It's more grounded, and
Uh,
scary.
Jamie's heard of Cutting Class.
See that? Wasn't very
Jamie saw it in the theater.
really.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been with Brad Pitt since the beginning.
Jamie actually knows a lot about movies.
That's cool. Probably more than I do. You know, my buddy who works for the radio station in Flagler, his boss who owns it, he was an extra in a movie with Harrison Ford in his prime.
Oh wow, that's
Shout
pretty
out to
cool.
Vern. Hi Vern.
Like
Shout
when
out.
Harrison Ford played Han Solo and Indiana Jones.
Like around that time, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
I have Cut Class on DVD and the Coen Brothers Burn After Reading. Yeah, I like the Coen Brothers, but that one I didn't like as much. I don't know what it was, but I didn't like it as much.
Did they make The Big Lebowski?
Yes.
That room really tied the room together, man.
Which
Wait, I
Dan have you been looking at?
That rug really tied the room together, man.
Yeah, I like the Coen Brothers, but some of their movies, I'm just like, okay, what the heck am I watching?
I feel that way with a lot of those like auteur, artsy fartsy directors, like Wes Anderson and those guys.
Wes Anderson's one of those weird directors.
Right.
I also like Blade Runner. I like the new one as well.
I'm not gonna lie, I walked out of 2049 because I was just really bored.
Well, I watched it because Ryan Gosling was in it.
Yeah, I was still bored.
That's why I watched it.
I like The Nice Guys though. That was pretty good.
The Nice Guys, yeah, I like that one. I also like the other guys with Will Ferrell and
You
Mark
think of what I'm
Wahlberg.
thinking? Aim for the bushes.
Yeah, and I thought that was so funny that The Rock and Samuel L. Jackson was in it too.
Yeah, they were partners.
Mm-hmm.
I could
That
see
was pretty
that.
cool. I've been around. Reagan played with Ouija boards.
And
I never played with
I
those
believe
as a
it.
kid.
I know Nixon was bad too.
Raising Arizona. Yeah, I like that one. That's the only like Nick Cage movie I like, actually.
I actually saw The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent recently. The movie where he plays himself that came out last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
I haven't seen it, but I heard about it.
He is okay with shots being taken at himself.
But I'm not a Nick Cage fan, so
you wouldn't enjoy it then.
Hey man, welcome.
I'm like half and half. He's entertaining.
Oh, that's awesome, Wayne.
That's pretty cool.
Sorry, it's been a long day. Sorry.
No, you're good.
So what other kind of movies inspire you?
Well, perfect example. When I was 19, I went off to Missouri on my own because I was on my own for the first time as an adult. And I saw a movie called 500 Days of Summer.
Oh, I love that movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zoe Deschanel.
And there's this scene where the movie's breaking down Tom's expectations versus his reality. His expectations were all these things that didn't actually happen. So I wrote this song called Expectations versus Reality. And, the lyrics were false expectations have brought me here. Why is the message so unclear? What I want to know is what's in the medication. It's what prevents us from our true dedication. Hey, you, it will get better. Hey, you, this is your song. Hey, you, only you can make it better. Hey, you, sing along. So it was like something to help me get through the hard times that ended up going and then helping others.
Mm-hmm. That's an artsy fartsy movie, though.
That's an artsy fart, but it's not. It does not make sense.
Right.
You got to pay attention, but it makes sense. Just
Yeah,
pay
it does.
attention to the dates.
That movie is like a crazy movie all in one.
Oh my god, that movie is so bipolar.
Yeah, it is.
It like one scene, it's like really sweet, and then it's like, and it's like, oh, okay.
I think she's supposed to be bipolar, to be honest.
I think both of them are.
Yeah.
And that's why they're not right for each other, because they're too much alike, they butt heads. I think it was shady of her to dance with him at that wedding, though, and then like invite him to that rooftop thing just to like show off her engagement ring. That wasn't cool. And lead him on for that long, saying that she only wants friends, but then having sex with them and doing all the things they do. It's like they're pretty much a couple. So it's like she played head games with them. Yeah, I see what's wrong there.
But
he was wrong too. He was.
But it is a good movie though. If y'all get a chance, if y'all haven't seen 500 Days of Summer, I highly recommend you check it out. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Zoe Deschanel play well off each other. They're actually friends in real life.
And the cool thing about it is most movies you can't get behind both sides, right? Both perspectives. But that one you can. You understand why he's wrong. You understand why she's wrong. And in the areas where they're both right, you understand that as well. And I think it's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Did you see the other movie with him in it, Looper? Did you see that one?
I didn't. Looper, I don't know.
It's a Rian Johnson movie.
I know, I've seen it. I liked it when it came out, but I've kind of gone backwards on Rian Johnson after The Last Jedi. So anything he's kind of touched, I won't watch now. And I have a different feeling about. The only thing I like is that one episode of Breaking Bad he directed, Ozymandias.
Brink was pretty good. That's also Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but
which one?
Brink.
I didn't see Brink. What was that about?
Watch that. That's it. That's like one of Rian Johnson's first movies.
Brink. Yes. That was it. Brink or Brick? I think it's.
I don't know.
I think it's Brick because it's about a brick of drugs.
Yeah.
They're selling it in high school. Yeah, I've seen that one. That one's really good. That's Rian Johnson's first movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's his first movie.
Yeah, much better. Like I don't know what happened after Looper, but
Looper, I thought that was an interesting movie because Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the same screen. I thought that was pretty cool.
There's like a 50-minute long video on YouTube about how Mark Hamill tried to warn us about The Last Jedi. And he was so unhappy with what they did to his character because he's a fan of Star Wars, like fans of Star Wars are. And he knows that Luke is the most optimistic Jedi in the galaxy. He would never, he saw the evil, he saw the good in the most evil person in the universe, Darth Vader, right? Mm-hmm. So then all of a sudden, like, he tries to kill his nephew and, like, shuts himself off from the Force and becomes this, like, old, desolate, angry person with, like, it's just not. He said, I fundamentally disagree with every aspect of my character.
Do you, have you ever seen Mark Hamill as the Joker? I love his version of the Joker.
Oh, my God, he is, no, I know people say Heath Ledger's the best Joker, but Mark Hamill, he's my
Both
Joker.
Both of them.
Yeah, Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy as Batman.
I mean, like, I love Jared Leto, but his version I did not like. I was like, what the heck?
In the method acting, like mailing used condoms and dead pigs to the castmates and stuff, it was really weird. You don't do that.
Well, Jared Leto's a method actor anyway, so.
There's enough weird stuff going on with DC with the whole Amber Heard thing and the Ezra Miller thing. It's like he was doing it before all that stuff came out, but still, like, it's not really a good look. You know what I mean?
He was really good in Dallas Buyers Club. I love that movie.
Was good in that. He was also, I think he was in Panic Room. Also,
he was.
He's also great in American Psycho. You like Huey Lewis in the news?
He was also in this movie. What's this movie? He played the bad guy. Let me look it up. Hold on.
I'll be honest with you. I like him more as an actor than I do as a musician. I'm not big on.
I love 30 Seconds to Mars too.
I like that one song that Chelsea likes. I can't remember what it's called.
I just didn't like him in Morbius.
Carry me. That one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the newest movie that I've seen him in, and he plays the bad guy really, really well, is The Little Things. It came out in 2021, and he plays such a bad guy so well in that movie.
I could see it.
And then I didn't like him in Morbius and House of
I haven't
Gucci.
seen it.
He played pretty well. Most people didn't like House of Gucci. And then I also liked him in Fight Club, and I didn't even realize he was in Fight Club for
Oh
like the
yeah, I
longest
forgot it.
time.
Yeah, he is in Fight Club. The little small role in there. I like him in that too. Yeah.
Mm. Wayne saying
Was
my
it Meatloaf
favorite.
in that too?
I haven't seen Lars the Real Girl, but I've heard it's like a quirky like comedy like type of thing where he
You know, he
uses a
was on the
fake
Disney
skull.
Channel.
What?
Ryan Gosling. He was on the Disney Channel.
Yeah, he was on the Mickey Mouse Club with Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera.
Ma, he seems to be the only one out of that group that didn't like have some like weird things happen. And just
Um, well, yeah, he did. He had a couple of weird things happen.
like what? I didn't hear about it.
He kind of stalked Eva Mendes
Oh, he did.
after they, yeah, after they did the Behind the Pines or whatever that movie was.
Oh, that movie was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
That movie, I was kind of pissed that they killed him off. So spoiler for a 10-year-old movie. Spoiler alert. I was kind of pissed they killed him off like within 10 minutes of the movie. But like that
And
was the most like it was like really it had me on the edge of my seat when he's like riding his motorcycle through the woods and he just got done with the freaking robbery and then he puts the motorcycle in the trailer and you think he's gonna get away with it. Oh, and he
mhm.
doesn't. He
And then
dies.
also Blue Valentine with him and Michelle Williams is really good
I
too.
heard that was really sad.
It is because he's an abuser.
Yeah, that sucks. I remember that came out around the same time as Scream 4 because they were
He
advertising it on the website.
It was a good movie. Like the whole movie was good, but he was an abuser.
Yeah.
But it was a good like art kind of like artsy film.
Mhm.
But it's like a very sad film.
Okay.
Yes, 500 Days of Summer is depressing.
Oh,
The end
God.
gets me every time.
I know.
It's
Autumn.
Brink,
It's Brick. Okay. Is it Brink
like
or
I
is
was
it Brick?
saying.
Is it Brink or Brick?
Brink. Oh, John. He
I didn't
wrote
like
that
Don
movie.
John.
He
It's
wrote
just
that
too.
movie.
He directed it too, but I just didn't like it. There's like too much nudity in it. Like it's just too much. I mean, I know
And
that's the point, but
and Tony Danza was in that.
yeah, and he was in the Little League movie that they were in together, the
Angels in the Outfield.
Angels in the Outfield.
I
Yeah, yeah.
watched that one religiously when I was a kid, and I also watched Rookie of the Year. I love those two movies.
I saw this roast of JGL though, and I kind of felt bad because like somebody was like, "Oh, and of course Joseph's doing fine because his parents weren't choosy about who touches his pee-pee." I was like, "What's going on in Hollywood, man?" Ugh.
Right?
Yeah.
But buy me all the kill you want. Love that song. Oh yeah, that's a great song. I love that song too.
Oh, that is the song. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I like. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Jared Jared Leto better in Fight Club than Requiem of Dream. He's also really good at Mr. Nobody too.
Yeah, like I said, I like him more as an actor than I do as a musician.
Denzel Washington, he was really the killer in The Little Things. He was, but I'm saying The Little Things, Jared Leto was like the bad guy.
Did you guys ever see the Bone Collector with
It's
Denzel?
Brink.
Oh, it is Brink. It's not Brink. It's Brick. What?
I don't know. Whatever
I
it's
think it's
called.
Brick.
I don't know.
It's like a brick of coke. That's why they're like trying
Right.
to get
I
rid of
don't
it
know.
or something. I don't know.
Prisoners with Jake Gyllenhaal was
Oh, I
good.
can't
Oh
do
yeah, I
that
love
movie.
that movie.
That movie, I can't. Nope.
And Hugh Jackman.
It's,
Hey
it's, I
Hobbs.
can't. Too upsetting.
The Pumpkin King has arrived. Hi Hobbs.
Like there's two movies that make my stomach turn. It's Prisoner
Favorite movie
and
theme,
Terrifier.
favorite Halloween themed movie other than Hocus Pocus. What? I
Halloween.
can't pick Hocus Pocus? Why?
Halloween.
I'm just kidding.
Mine's Halloween.
Yeah, I like Halloween also. I was only kidding, Hobbs. Hocus Pocus 2 wasn't bad either.
They actually made another one. Can't believe it.
Yeah, it's also a book. I have the book. It was a
Then they
book
made a
first.
Forrest Gump 2 book, but never made the second movie.
They
The
made a
writer-
Forrest Gump 2 book. What?
Yeah, the writer actually hated the movie so much that he like wrote the second book to be the antithesis to the movie.
Mhm.
So he had Forrest do a bunch of stupid shit like go to space.
Brick is like you build your house out of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard Brink. I've heard Brick. I don't know.
I don't know.
A Trick or Treat. I love Trick or Treat. I wish they would make a Trick or Treat too.
That is a great anthology horror movie right there, and it all takes
I
place
love
at one time.
Sam.
That was cool.
Spirit Halloween had so much Sam stuff this past year. I wanted to get it, but I didn't. But
They're
they have
always
so
so
much Sam's.
overpriced, though. It's the only downside about them. So much money
Mm-hmm.
for cheap shit too.
Well,
So-
I think Sam's so cute. When I went to Halloween Horror Nights, they had the one of the years that I went, they had the trick or treat house, and Sam was like on top.
I've actually never been. I've been to Universal, just never that. I want to try it.
Go, you live close to there. Go.
I need a car first. It's about an hour.
Mm.
When I do-
Maybe if I come up that way, I'll just come pick you up and we'll go.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll go.
Because don't forget, you live about 2 hours from me.
Yeah, it's about it. My buddy who's visiting, he lives about 2 hours away too, and he drove all the way out here, so I'm surprised. It's nice.
Oh wow. I thought it was brick, like the stuff you throw at people when they try to steal your pizza.
My only question is why has nobody like Googled it yet?
Trick or Treat 2 is currently being developed. Oh, nice.
Just like Grand Theft Auto 6 is in development hell.
No, what about all these Fast and Furious movie? I only like the first two.
I liked number 6. That was kind of where it started to go off the rails, though. You know.
And then if Carrie was here, Carrie would call Hobbs Horror. She calls him Hobbs and Shaw.
I was trying to show Scream 6 to my buddy tonight, and he shut it off because he was bored.
He shut it off.
He shut it off because he was bored. He was bored.
Oh,
It was boring.
Scream 6 is alright.
Well, you know, I got my feelings about it. It's the writers.
What's your feelings about it?
It's this James Vanderbilt guy cannot write. They need to stop hiring him. Just because he has a rich name doesn't mean he's a good writer.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot too. They're still talking about Brink.
Yeah.
But there's also a Disney movie called Brink that they did in the when Disney Channel used to do Disney Channel original movies. That was a fun skateboarder one.
Do you remember Freak the Mighty?
Yeah, remember that.
I thought that was a pretty good motivational one. They used to show it to us at in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Like
what about Schoolhouse Rock?
House of Rock or Schoolhouse of Rock? Which one?
Both of them.
School of Rock or Schoolhouse of Rock? Which one?
They did both of them.
Yeah, there's the Jack Black movie with School of Rock, and then there's the old cartoon Schoolhouse of Rock.
Old cartoon.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, House of Rock is good too with Jack Black. I like Jack Black actually.
Yeah, I actually have a friend who went to a Tenacious D show, and this is his experience in meeting him. Apparently, Jack Black personally thanked him for coming to the show, came up to him and shook his hand.
Oh, nice.
He's that real. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Tenacious D. I wish they would come back out.
They're coming to Florida.
Are they one?
Yeah. I think about a month.
Which part?
I don't know. I think Jacksonville.
Man, that's like 4 hours.
Yeah.
I don't feel like driving 4 hours. Well, if I decide to go, I'll be like, Joe, you're going with me. Come on, let's go.
Did I tell you my Rockville stories?
No.
So we did one night of security for Rockville, but we got burnt really hard. And Rob Zombie had a freak out on stage because and screamed at the crew because his projector wasn't working and the sound mixing wasn't good. So he acted like a 12-year-old.
Oh, wow.
And Evanescence were dicks about meeting their fans. They didn't want to meet their fans. They sounded great, but they didn't want to meet their fans. Those are my two little insights.
Right.
You always learn something when you work for these things.
Right, exactly. I agree with you.
It's
always hard and learn stuff. Anna Paquin from Trick or Treat is the only Oscar winner from Scream movie in opening scene. Yep.
She won an Oscar. Oh, she did. You're right.
She was also in this movie from the 90s called Fly Away Home with the little duckies.
She'll always be Rogue. There's a reason why when they brought X-Men back with Jennifer Lawrence, they didn't have Rogue there. because
Mhm.
she's Rogue.
Right.
And what about True Blood? I mean, the show kind of sucked after season 3, or season 2, but you know.
Right. Yeah, I liked True Blood. I read all the books. You know, there's like 50 books.
Now, in the books, I have to ask you, like, so like after season 2, they introduced this thing where like Sam, he ingested Bill's blood and he has like a bloodlust for him. Is
Mhm.
that in the books? Because that's
Yeah.
where I was like, this is dumb. I'm done now. This is too dumb for me. And
What?
the pixie stuff,
Oh, it's okay.
the
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
where like she's a pixie, that stuff, like, I don't know. I didn't like it. I thought it
That
was,
that that is true.
so that's all in the book. They're being
Mhm.
faithful to the book.
Some of it, somewhat.
Oh, okay. Well, I just thought it was really dumb. I had to stop at that point.
It was in the books.
Yeah, maybe I'll give it another go at
And the
some point.
books are a little bit more raunchy than the show.
Show's pretty freaking raunchy.
The books are even more. The books are just as bad as 50 Shades of Grey.
You know that 50 Shades of Grey was just Twilight fan fiction?
Mhm. Yep. But I'm just saying it's like about 50 Shades of Grey.
Best thing to come out of those movies is The Weeknd.
Right? And also the girl, she's not bad.
Oh, Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
He's also really funny in 21 Jump Street. And I had it on DVD once, and I was listening to the commentary with Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, and apparently you could see it in the movie too because they shot things at different times. And Dakota Johnson and Channing Tatum hooked up on the set of the movie, and then they hated each other for the rest of the shooting.
Oh wow.
And you could see it in like her face. She freaking hates him.
Right.
Probably thinking player.
She also was really good in this movie called Peanut Butter Falcon with Shia LaBeouf, and
Heard about that.
and this Down syndrome actor that's actually from West Palm Beach, Florida. And it was a really good movie, and she's also in it, and she played it's an independent film. It's on Hulu.
Did you ever see Fury?
Huh?
You ever see Fury?
Fury?
Yeah, with the tank, Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf.
Mm-mm.
Shia LaBeouf's awesome in Fury.
I liked him in Disturbia.
Oh, I actually love that movie. I didn't see it until like a couple years ago, but it's very much a 2007 movie. Like it screams 2007, you know, the whole thing, like the technology and everything else.
She's born in Canada and raised in New Zealand. Yep. Dakota Johnson. Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I knew that. Well, the guy that plays in 50 Shades of Grey, he was also in Once Upon a Time. He played the sheriff in Once Upon a Time in the first episode, and then he dies.
Nice. Have you seen The Peripheral yet?
The what?
The show The Peripheral on Amazon?
No.
My buddy's in that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like, I guess it's from the book was written by the guy who wrote Westworld.
Okay, nice.
So it's this like futuristic like VR machine and Chloe Grace Moretz is in it. She plays the main character. And she puts this headset on. She goes into like this weird distant future where all of them are actually dead. They died a long time ago. And they're from this like special place. It's really confusing. It's very cool. I've had the guy who plays the cop, Alex Hernandez, on my podcast. Mm-hmm. He's also in the video game Mafia 3, his buddy of mine. Very good show. It's a very good show. But it's very, 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 very confusing if you don't pay attention.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, Hobbs, you surprise me. You surprise me all the time. I wouldn't think you've watched that movie. You surprised me. Peanut Butter Falcon.
Did you ever see The Room?
The Room with Brie Larson?
Not Room. No, Tommy Wiseau is The Room.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you gotta watch it. You kind of have to be drunk though. It's not a movie to watch sober.
Oh, I don't do drugs, so.
Oh, fair enough. But no, dude, the movie it's like the best worst movie ever made. It's so bad it's good. It's so funny, and it's not meant to be funny. And it just comes off as ridiculous. It's great.
Yes, he is. Ryan from True Blood is Australian. Yep.
Nice.
I knew that. Because when I watch shows, I look up the actors and stuff and see where they're from. Even movies.
I'm glad you remember that stuff because I don't. I'll remember directors and some actors.
Well, you know, that person that plays Suki's brother. He's English.
Jason.
Hmm.
God, he does a great American accent.
And then and then the guy that plays Eric North, he's also English.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Jamie Dornan
Did you?
is a good actor. He was in 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, he was, and then he was also in Once Upon a Time. In the first episode, he played the sheriff and got killed.
Did you see Spider-Man: No Way Home?
Yeah.
Did you notice how Andrew Garfield was having a tough time with the American accent now?
Mhm.
He was really like before in the Amazing Spider-Man movies, he did all right, but in No Way Home, he was like really struggling to keep it together.
Yeah, he
He was
was.
letting it slip in a couple. You could, oh, he's totally English. You can tell.
Well, I don't think he's done an American movie in a while because ever since they kind of like blacklisted him.
I don't think they've necessarily blacklisted him.
But you know what I'm saying.
I think he's up there on the chain of A-list celebrities. I think they just
not as much anymore.
Well,
he hasn't been in anything new really.
And it's because he worked with Mel Gibson. That's probably why.
I'm not sure.
Because you know how they feel about Mel Gibson. They don't like him for some freaking reason.
Right.
I don't know. I think his drunken rant was just a drunken rant and it was taken out of context. And I think he's actually someone who means well for the industry and they don't like that. Have you seen The Passion of the Christ?
Yes, I have.
Great movie.
I watched it during a hurricane in 2005 and 2006 when those hurricanes came and hit here. And we had a generator and there was not much to watch, so we watched it.
Yeah. And wasn't it a great portrayal of what Jesus went through?
Why are you surprised to watch that? I had to see what everybody was talking about at the time. I even read the books and I was like, what the heck am I reading? Because everybody was talking about it.
It was a fad.
Yeah. Fury's great. Yeah. Doesn't that also have doesn't Fury have Brad Pitt in it?
Yes. Brad Pitt's the main character.
Okay.
He's also awesome in it. Obviously, Brad Pitt's always awesome. Have you seen Bullet Train yet? That thing was awesome.
Yeah, I have.
Oh my god, that movie was so funny.
Mm-hmm.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
Aaron Taylor Johnson and the what's his name? What's the other guy's name? Lemon and Tangerine. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, it was
Ryan Tyler Henry or something like that. Yeah. They're both so amazing going back and forth with each other and they're like
I watched Passion of the Christ in the movie theater as well, and I also watched it during the hurricanes because there was nothing else to do when you don't have any when you don't have any power.
I'm not trying to be a pusher here, but I think that movie's a great example of letting people be reminded of what Jesus had to go through for what we have now. So
right. I agree with you. I liked it. I also liked Braveheart and Mel Gibson's that one. And I also like Signs with him.
Mel Gibson's a great filmmaker and actor.
He's okay. Some of his movies are okay.
Okay, yeah, he wasn't. It was an Edge of Darkness. Wasn't that good? Okay,
I didn't see that one.
Wasn't that good? It takes place in Boston. That's the only thing I like about it.
Rumor has it Bullet Train Aaron Taylor Johnson rumored to be the next James Bond.
Kick-Ass being Bond, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
He'll always be Kick-Ass to me. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
One of my other favorite indie movies, the first Kick-Ass. Great movie.
Oh, I love that movie. Nick Cage is in that movie.
Oh my god, Nick Cage is like a killer Batman. It's so cool. I never said Batman.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my drugs are being taken by Superman.
Yeah. Did you like Watchmen? Did you see those?
I saw I didn't see the TV show. I saw the first movie. I liked it. It took me some years to I had to be mature enough to watch it because as a kid, because
that's like similar to Kick-Ass.
It is, but it's not. It's also a lot more dark. It's way more dark, and the whole like blowing up half New York City with a nuke at the end really hits home because it could have been stopped. Mm-hmm. It's like
and also McLovin's in Kick-Ass too.
Yes, yeah, he's in both of them. Yes. Mm-hmm. You know what? He's on a reality TV show now about celebrities who are on this like set that's like Mars. Like they're it's like they're seeing if they could survive on Mars, right?
I haven't seen it.
It's just nice to see him getting some work because I feel like he's sort of been shafted too. What was the last thing I saw him in? Promising Young Woman in 2020?
Yeah.
That's it. Like
Mhm.
Chris is a good actor.
Or role models. He was in role models.
That was 15 years ago, Katie.
Hmm.
That was 2008.
With
He
Paul
needs
Rudd
more.
and what's his name?
Yeah, Sean William Scott. I think that's a great idea, putting Stifler and Paul Rudd together, because I think Paul Rudd's straight man plays really well off of Sean William Scott's like rowdy, type.
Hmm.
But also Paul Rudd can be rowdy too, so they're
Right.
also like kind of bad for each other. I don't know. It's interesting.
Hmm. I haven't seen Sean William Scott in any other movies.
He's been shafted too. Like the last movie he was in that I saw was American Reunion,
The
maybe.
last one I seen him in was the one with the Rock walking tall.
And then there was the those Goon movies he did for Netflix that I guess Jay Baruchel directed, but who's gonna watch those?
I watched it
I didn't really like it that
because I was
much.
like, "What the heck is this?"
Yeah, it wasn't that good. So, but I
Uh,
guess they're trying to bring American Pie back, so I
that's
think
awesome.
seeing him in that.
They do they have different American pies. He was great in Fright Night, the remake.
I also really liked him in the original Final Destination.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like Sean William Scott. I think he always does more than what's asked of him for the movies he's in.
Right.
What was that movie that he was in with frickin' David Duchovny? Evolution. He was good in
Yeah,
that too.
Evolution.
Tiki tiki taka taka.
Yeah,
Good movie. I love it.
it's a good movie. There's a lot of good movies out there.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know.
I like a lot of different things.
I didn't
That's
like
why.
Dude Where's My Car until recently.
What?
I didn't like Dude Where's My Car until recently.
Oh, I love that movie with him
So,
and Ashton Kutcher.
and then and then.
Me and my friends used to rent that movie, like religiously go to Blockbuster and like rent that movie.
The good old days of Blockbuster. Isn't it nice being old enough to remember those times? There are
Well,
people that are
everybody in the
alive.
Blockbuster that I used to go to knew who I was because I'd go in there every week, and then they would just finally just like would like just finally like slip me the movie that was gonna come out that week because they knew that I would get it anyway, so they would just let me have it for like the day.
My favorite one was Hollywood Video, and it's funny because I played Rockstar's game from 2008, Midnight Club Los Angeles, and I
Hmm.
drive by a Hollywood Video, and I'm like, it's like I start geeking out.
We had that here too. It was either Blockbuster or Hollywood Video,
Mhm.
but Hollywood Video, the people were rude to me there, so I just never went back.
The location sucked. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So I just go to Blockbuster instead because Blockbuster I could walk there. Hollywood Video I'd have to drive there, so
Yeah.
I just walk to Blockbuster.
You know what they don't have in Mass anymore is they have them down here, those video game stores that aren't GameStop.
Oh, I don't have those.
We
I
have
just
them
have
here.
GameStop.
GameStop sucks. I don't like
Hmm.
GameStop.
We
They
have
stopped.
FYE. We have that.
FYE's still around. I can't believe they're still kicking. They're still
Well,
going.
I remember I miss Virgin Records actually.
Yeah.
I like them better than FYE. They always
Yeah.
had the better stuff.
My
And
thing at Newberry,
Downtown Disney had the Virgin Records. Now it's the bowling alley.
my thing was Newberry Comics, but that's more of a Massachusetts thing.
Hmm. All right, guys, we're at an hour, and Echo saying he spent a lot of time at Hollywood Video in the late '90s. Yeah. All right, guys. I only had Joe for an hour. So, Joe, is there anything you want to promote or anything like that?
I'm not really. Just go follow the Dreaming Insomniacs. We should have some new music coming at some point, but nothing on the release right now. Just some videos on the YouTube channel, and that's about it.
All right,
Thanks for
guys.
listening.
Then I will have the Twister review up here soon. And then on Tuesday, I'm back here with Marcus with I Shot Him 6 Times. So go check out that Creators Corner. Go check out the playlist of Creators Corner because I've had a couple of friends from my Disney people and other creators like that. So go check out the playlist for Creators Corner and have a great night, guys. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.